What's up, Warrior fans? Mac Alveo here for the Merrimack Sports Network, where today we'll be profiling Annie Bokers and Paige Voigt of the Merrimack women's hockey team, two high school superstars from Minnesota that made their way to Merrimack College to found the first Merrimack College women's hockey team. Thank you guys both for joining us.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so first, how did each of you get started with playing hockey?
Growing up in Minnesota, it's just a very cultural thing. Hockey's very big there, so a couple of my friends started playing, and it just kind of got me started, and I fell in love with the game, and have continued to play ever since.
Sweet, and for you?
My dad used to play through high school and college, and my brother was big into hockey too when he was younger. So he really got me into it. I was always jealous when he was at the rink and when he got to go play outside and skate around. So I followed in their footsteps.
Yeah. So you guys are both from Minnesota. How did you meet each other?
We are from near each other, so we played on the same youth team. And I think we just really hit it off on and off the ice. So I've been friends ever since.
So you guys both played at the same high school together, correct?
Yep.
What was that experience like for both of you, and did that bond your friendship closer?
Yeah, I definitely think that we both played on the same high school hockey team and throughout the summers as well on various sports teams, and it both pushed us to be better hockey players, competing with each other in practice and in games. Friendly competition, of course, but also doing things off the ice, hanging out, and we live close to each other, so in the summers we'd go rollerblading or go to the lake or do things that Minnesotans like to do. So yeah, it's been a fun ride together.
Right.
Yeah.
So you mentioned obviously hanging out in Minnesota. What's the Minnesota life? What's the culture like there in Minnesota for people here in New England that might not have gotten the opportunity to visit?
We do a lot of lake stuff. We boat all the time. We go to cabins. We sit on the beach and just hang out, go swimming.
Yeah.
We shoot a lot of pucks outside.
Yeah.
Against
Outdoor
our
activities.
Yeah, outdoor activities.
Yeah,
Nice.
very. Minnesota offers a lot of really cool things. We have a metro area that's very much like the Boston area in terms of very urban, big city, lots of things to do. And then if you kind of venture out, there's lakes and more rural. So there's a wide variety of things to do. So it seems like the Midwest is kind of boring, but.
So what's for both of you? What's your favorite activity to do while you're in Minnesota? Any time of the year.
I love Lake Calhoun.
Okay.
Lake Calhoun.
Rollerblading
on Lake Calhoun is a big hit.
Yep.
I personally love the Minneapolis area, and so I go to Lake Calhoun and rollerblade and spend time there.
Nice.
Yeah. I'd have to say my cabin. I
Cabin.
love being there. It's great. Nice
Yeah.
and sunny all the time. That, and it'd have to be pond hockey.
Yeah.
I mean, it's where you make all your friends, right?
So Minnesota is obviously the state of hockey, as they call it here in the United States. I mean, how big is when you grow up? Is it just hockey all the time? Is that pretty
Yeah.
much?
Yeah, year
Yeah.
round. Our state tournament is basically a holiday. Would you say?
Oh yeah.
It's something that the entire state kind of comes together for, and it's obviously something that every youth hockey player from the time they start until they graduate high school, it's something that they look to achieve is making the Minnesota State tournament, if not winning it. And it's hockey from the time you start till the time you graduate high school, or if you're lucky enough to play in college. It's very much a huge hockey community, and the whole state kind of gets behind it.
So were you both Minnesota Wild fans growing up?
Yep.
Definitely.
Big time.
Definitely.
And they've really turned it around here. I mean, how big has the Wild success, really blustered hockey in Minnesota and really made it big?
Yeah, I think that the Wild players are very involved in the hockey communities around Minnesota. Like Zach Parisi and Ryan Suter both did hockey training and skating with their skating coach at the rink that our high school practiced at. So they're very involved, and that really helps grow the game and gets young players excited. And it's very personal because
Right.
you feel like you have connections with the professional players in your state.
Right. And what was, getting back to Merrimack, what was the recruiting process like for the both of you? Once your high school playing days were over and you were looking forward to playing college hockey, what was that for each of you? What was the process like?
Well, I can start. Well, it's interesting. The recruiting process was very separate for the two of us. We each made our decisions on our own because it's obviously a big decision, and you want to go somewhere where you're going to not only be successful on the ice, but also happy, because college is one of the very monumental parts of your life. So for me, I visited Merrimack a couple times and really fell in love with the idea that I get to be a part of a brand new hockey team and be on the first ever team here at Merrimack, and loved the coaching staff, and was looking for a small school. The New England area was a new place that I hadn't really experienced before, so it just seemed like a great fit. And I've been happy here ever since. So
yeah, I mean, pretty much same for me. They were very separate. I just remember our car rides. We'd be talking about it, talking about our visits, about our phone calls with the coach, and we would always have the conversation, but it was never oh, I'm going to go there because you're going there. It just ended up us being together. But I mean, coming from Cretin-Derham Hall, it's a very small community. Everyone, their names, you can say hello. And I knew coming here it'd be the same, very small campus, very one-on-one with professors, and getting the attention you need academically and also in the hockey world. So just being able to find success on and off the ice was a huge priority for me.
Right, and coming to Massachusetts, that must have been a big thing, because it's the rivalry, it's Massachusetts, it's Michigan, it's Minnesota when you think of hockey in the United States. Was there a little bit of, leaving Minnesota to come to Massachusetts to play college hockey?
I guess it's just one of those things that I think that, of course, being a Minnesota hockey player, there is a lot of draw to stay in Minnesota to play college hockey, especially because we have so many teams like Massachusetts,
right,
with the Boston College, Boston University, Merrimack, and of course on the men's side there are more. But I think most of the appeal for me when I was looking at schools out of state was the opportunity to go somewhere new. And I was thankfully very supported by my friends and family for choosing to come here, and it was just a neat opportunity that I couldn't pass up. So.
Did you guys ever talk to each other during the recruiting process? Where you were leaning towards going, or what schools you were looking at, or anything like that?
Yeah.
Daily conversation in the car.
We carpooled to school.
Okay.
Yep.
So we did talk about it a lot, and just kind of coincidentally, I committed first, and I obviously, of course, you want her to come and continue playing with each other, but if this wasn't the perfect fit for her, obviously, there was no pressure to choose it. But I think we're very similar in terms of our goals and what we value and what we were looking for, that we just kind of ended up in the same place, which was fun. But we fully supported each other in the decision making process, and we would have been happy for each other
no matter
regardless.
what. Yeah. Yeah.
So was that a draw for you to come to Merrimack when you knew Annie was coming here? Was that kind of maybe Merrimack is that kind of a comfort for you, that you already know somebody?
Yeah, so that it was a comfort because obviously one of my best friends was going there, so I would know someone, I wouldn't have to go into something that is very unknown. So it was a comfort, but it wasn't my final decision, oh, she's going, let's go.
Right.
But it did have some persuasion of being able to know something, not going into not knowing anything.
Right. So last year, first year of the Merrimack women's hockey program, I know you guys struggled at times, but just what was that first year like for the two of you, coming in and knowing that you were part of the foundation for this program, and just what was that first year like for both of you?
Yeah, I feel like there was, it was obviously very new. We were not only adjusting to a new school, living on our own, but adjusting to college hockey. And But it was just a very unique experience, and I'm really glad that I was able to be a part of it, because I think that we, not only the two of us, but our team, got to establish what it means to be a Merrimack women's hockey player, and we're still figuring that out. It's a work in progress, but yeah, last year ups and downs, but in the end, I think it made us all, like as a team, better hockey players, better people. Handling adversity is something that you're going to have for the rest of your life.
Right.
So it's just good life lessons, and even through all the low points of the roller coaster ride, something good came out of all of it. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like she said, the adversity, we really learned how to work with adversity and use our teammates as support and be able to push through it.
Now, the program's taken a pretty big step in the second year. I mean, just a couple weeks ago, you beat BU and you get some big wins and you're stringing some wins together here. What's the feeling like around this team right now, knowing that you've taken that step this year? Yeah,
we celebrate our wins along the way, and the win against BU and tying Quinnipiac and winning the Nutmeg Classic are a few of the high points that we've had this year. But obviously, right now we're still pushing for a playoff spot, and it's good to have those little victories and to celebrate them and kind of enjoy the moment, but not lose sight of the big picture. And we're still looking to accomplish things along the line, and it's good to know that we can accomplish those things, but to keep looking forward and progressing and realizing all the potential that we have in the future.
And how much has Coach Hamlin meant to you guys, and what has she brought to this program that has helped you take that extra step this year?
She's brought a lot to us. I mean, she's really taught us the hard work ethic, and that's honestly what our team is based off. Like, we may not have like the Olympic all-stars on our team or like the one person who does everything. Like, we work hard day in and day out 100% of the time. And she's really taught us like how to always put in the effort and always want to be there and have the will to be there.
Yeah. Now, shifting back to both of you guys, at times you've played on the same line. Has that kind of bonded your friendship a little bit, playing together?
Yeah,
I mean, we've played together obviously since 7th grade, 6th grade, middle school. So the times that we've played together, obviously our on-ice chemistry has really benefited the both of us at times. I know that I always know where Paige is going to be on the ice, and it helps having such a good friendship and knowing each other for so long, being comfortable with each other, kind of being able to communicate on the ice and off the ice, saying, hey, this is open, or this isn't working, let's try this. So I think just trying to, the better we can play together, the better the team plays, which is probably the most important thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Now, are you guys roommates here too?
No.
We are not.
Well, how is that like, just being kind of separated from each other, as not being roommates? Is that?
It's kind of odd because like we do spend a lot of time together. even though we aren't roommates, I'm always in her room. But it's been nice to separate ourselves and like be able to find our own niche and like find our group of people. But like we know we always have each other, and like she's my outlet. Like she's known me since I've been I was 12. Yeah. So like I know I can go to her for anything, and like she'll be there for me. So it's been nice to not have her as a roommate. Yeah. No offense, but I mean it's like we get to expand ourselves and meet new people. So.
Yeah. So you guys have any weird or funny stories about each other that you know from your days growing up together?
So I was at her cabin once, and I used to play softball too. And so I was teaching her how to fast pitch, and she didn't quite get it at first, and so she wanted to show her mom, and she took a piece of watermelon and was like, "Mom, look, I can fast pitch," and flung it straight in the air, just straight up, and it flew like kind of down the hill a little bit, and there was like a family walking their dog, and this watermelon piece like hit the ground and exploded, and they had no idea where it came from.
They like were spinning in circles, like what's going on? I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh god.
But
yeah,
I mean we've going back to hockey. I mean our 12U year we took 3rd in state. The next year at 14U we won a state championship, and just got to experience a lot of cool things. Went to Europe together.
First year of varsity together.
Yeah, first year varsity.
Got to play some JV soccer together.
We played JV soccer together. Yeah, I mean, we just have memories through not only hockey but soccer, other sports, and we've just gotten to do a lot of cool things together that I don't
Not
think
a
many
lot
other
of people.
friendship duos
Yeah.
or friendship goals.
Yeah, all
Right
right.
here.
Yeah.
Who's the better soccer player out of the two of you? Oh, wow, that was a good one. Do you agree?
The backup of the backup goallie, right here.
Wow.
I did play forward though, but I never scored a goal. So I won the Fancy Feet Award on the JV soccer team. It's my claim to fame.
Wow,
Claim
there
to
it
fame.
is.
congratulations. Yeah, great. So where do you guys see this program going?
I think we have a lot of potential. I mean, I think we're all hoping right now to make playoffs for this push right now. Going on, I think we could be very successful if we keep our momentum going in our Merrimack way of hard work, just like keeping it up.
Nice, nice. And I know before the interview we were talking about things that Minnesota people say differently than they do here in the Northeast. You care to share?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, for starters, it's not a hammock, it's a hammock.
It's an O, not
Hammock.
an I. A hammock.
A hammock.
Hammock. I think
Yep.
it's a hammock.
Okay.
Hammock.
Agree to disagree.
Hammock.
Yeah. Or like if you're carrying a hockey bag,
Big.
It's a bag.
it's a bag.
Big.
Or like the American flag.
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 Kind of like breezers and
Breezers
pants.
Yeah.
instead of pants.
Breezers instead
It's
of pants.
all
That's a new one.
breezers.
I've never heard
Carbonated
that before.
drink.
Pop.
Although we did have some disagree, we thought that was more of a time
That was a
That's a time
thing.
Okay,
So
fair
maybe
enough.
you guys are stuck back in
Yes.
the olden days.
You betcha.
Maybe- You betcha.
You betcha.
You betcha.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
I
Sorry.
Adopted that from our Canadian neighbors.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
coach. We're from Minnesota.
So do they give you weird looks when you say that, or not really?
I wouldn't say weird looks. They just kind of make fun of us.
Yeah.
Like when you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go get a bagel. They're like,
Yeah.
a bagel? Yep, a bagel.
Bagel. Wow.
Yep.
So that was great. So we can look into the camera there and kind of give a kind of a Minnesota bye. How do you guys say bye in Minnesota? Like with a nice little accent.
It's like with the boat wave.
The boat
Just go,
wave.
bye.
Bye.